Welcome back to another episode of DeadWinter. I am your host, Vince. Not sitting with me
is Steven playing Dr. David Nobles.
Jeff playing Mike Van Car.
Corey playing Petrov Kronsky.
All right, Jeff, give me a recap.
Well,
Go, Jeff. Go, Jeff. Go, Jeff.
the team explored further into the base as Sal's character decided he wanted to take a nap. Dr. Nobles, Petrov, and Mike, as they were continuing to explore, they found a communications room with a set of numbers and passes that none of them knew anything about. Then they found a conference room with what we assume came the zombies that were attacked earlier. And then they continued on for another hour down a hall where they ran into a locker room filled with zombies. As Dr. Death killed 4 zombies, Mike killed 2 with a gaping wound, and Petrov ran scared into a corner. This is where we left the group off. Thank you very much.
All right,
Nice
Jeff,
day.
you get a Benny for your recap.
You were right, Corey. That was a very accurate
It
description.
sounds like he failed in the recap, so we should just take it away from now on. He failed. It's fine. We gave you too much to do, Jeff. I'm sorry. Too much pressure on you.
And here's the old thing I used to throw at everybody, throwing it at Jeff.
Got it.
All right, so what do you guys do? You're in the hallway. The zombies are all
I'm
dead.
treating a seriously wounded individual. Is there running water in this facility? Did we ever find out?
No, you did not find any running water yet.
Did we find any water?
Yes.
Well, if that's a locker room, then maybe we could see what they have in there. Perhaps we should look in locker room now that zombies are dead.
All right, we need water ASAP. We got to rinse this out, preferably sterilized water. And we got to run it for at least a few minutes. And then we need, I have sterile bandages on me and a few antibiotics just from what we've had. But we got to get you taken care of ASAP. Otherwise, you are going to be out for like days.
All right, so
I
you
agree.
make your way back into the room that you just came out of. This is a locker room. There looks to be a bunch of supplies here. Yes, some of them are water supply, some like Avion water or whatever. Ozarka, it's Texas. So Ozarka water. There's some benches. There's some bags. We'll take care of what you want to do.
Showers?
There are no showers in here. This is a locker room. Looks like it was maybe some people can leave some stuff here and then move on to the next. Because there's a long hallway at the end. You can kind of poke your head down and shining your light. There looks like there's a metal detector down there. But
All right,
we're going to
well,
take care of the healing thing first before you continue exploring there, Mr. Petrov.
Perhaps
All right,
there are decontamination showers further on.
that might be beneficial in the long run. But for now, there's water here. Let's just use this.
Alright.
So my healing went from a percentage base to a D8.
Yes.
Um,
So roll a D8 and a
Okay.
D6 together and let me know.
just off the record, is a D8 pretty good for healing in this system for
That's-
a doctor?
Yeah, that's very advanced.
So D4 is your average, D6 is skilled, D8 is pretty damn good.
Yeah, and then D10 would be like superior. D12 would be like a master.
I'm only a doctor. I mean, I've only went to school for like 12 years.
That's why your wife left you.
That's why your wife left you, because you.
Oh no, I can't fix your arm. I'm sorry, Mike.
I broke it worse.
Time to die.
It's a shame I exploded on that D8, but you will never know.
That's when he slipped me the 9.
Tell me more about exploding
On the
him.
D8, yeah.
On the
So
D8.
That's another
4
one to
for
add,
the-
Jeff.
4 for the wild, an 8 exploded, then a 7, so I got a 15 on the healing.
Okay. So you got 1, 2. All right. So he heals you enough that Jeff, you can erase those wounds. You're back. You're back to normal as far as normal you can be, and
It's like the wound was really bloody, but when you look at it, it wasn't that bad.
Just scraped off the skin. That's just a little
Oh,
small bit.
scratch like
no, you definitely have a bite mark and a chunk taken out of your arm. He wrapped it up enough that it'll heal itself and eventually heal up, but you'll have a scar.
Neosporin.
Yeah, just put some Neosporin, you'll be fine. Yeah.
That'll do it every time.
So let's check these lockers. What's all in these lockers?
All right, let me get my book here.
All
the-
shotguns, lightsabers,
Yes, all shotguns. Correct. You nailed
wet
it right there.
tissues.
And people exploding all over the 8th. So. God damn it, Jeff. So, as you open the locker doors, there are various clothes and stuff like that. Some personal belongings in them, like you might see a phone here or there, a camera. It looks like, I want to say, an area that people would secure their stuff before moving along to another area. So,
I say we take note of this. We can use electronics back at home base, so let's
Yeah, let's
just
take
take
the
what we can.
electronics.
there's like, basic supplies here. There's some water here, obviously, if people can have some water. The bags that were on the bench only have clothing in it, maybe shoes, things like that, hats, gloves,
Clothing
jackets.
would be very useful for us for the upcoming, since clothes aren't being made anymore.
True,
Yeah, that's
and
a
we
good
could
point.
also use as dirty rags and sheets and whatnot, bandages.
Petrov, there's a nice jacket if you want to exchange your jacket for the one that's already broken.
I will swap out my broken jacket for a nicer.
Oh, did they have more +2 toughness jackets?
No, it'd be the same thing.
It is the exact same as was before.
Yeah, ever since
Uh,
Vince described me riding the motorcycle, I just visualized Dr. Nobles as like, he looks like a biker now.
Midlife crisis is normal.
But
There are some shoes, hiking boots. You do see a couple laptops. They do.
Electronics.
they do
we're taking all
power
the
up.
electronics.
The laptops do power up, but obviously it might be there's a password on them. Yeah. Knowing this facility, there'd be a password.
What perplexes
Can-
me is the fact that this is,
Password 1.
You get right
I was about
in.
to say, can I use my smarts to try and crack this, or is there an actual skill for computer?
Now, you could use your smarts to do it, but it would take a long time. It's a password, so.
well.
Then
Let's
We'll
just
do
stuff
this on our
now.
downtime.
What the fuck do you care about a laptop?
A lot of internet pornography still on
Yeah,
drive.
there's no
I mean,
porn in the apocalypse, Vincent. We
Yeah,
have
you
to
ha-
take
you
care
have
of certain
to-
needs:
you
food,
have to
water, shelter,
scavenge.
pornography.
Steven, you find some
Not
supplies.
in that order.
You also find some supplies to replenish your medical kit for the things you've used.
Good, I was out.
Well, now you're not. You have a full medical kit again.
What
Any
perplexes
painkillers I
me
can
is
pocket?
the fact that we're in a government facility and yet there's no armory.
Well, we haven't
We have
explored
a
the entire
combat
facility yet.
bar.
Right now, we're just in the locker room for personal things. I probably raided the nearby first aid cabinet for what Vincent gave me.
Yep. You also find some pepper spray and a stun gun in one of the lockers.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I will take stun gun. No, I will take pepper spray. No, I will take stun gun.
Okay. Stun gun.
Well, why don't you give it to the doctor since he seems to be more deadly with those things?
Not with a stun gun. He's more deadly with a knife.
Still, he's more proficient than you are.
Not
At
in
least
guns.
it seems.
Let's not argue about who the most badass person is, because we know it's the guy who shouldn't be in the front line of combat.
Yeah,
but-
pretty much.
Correct, Petrov.
Oh, I was going to say Westway back there, but he's asleep.
Walt.
Walt. It would be in character to forget his name.
Yeah, it would be, yeah. All right, let me get my map back here.
All
Okay.
right, so we know there's stuff in here that's worth getting. Let's organize these bodies and put them in a supply closet or some empty room so we don't have to deal with the smell much.
Just shove them into lockers.
This
There are no
this is a
closets.
locker room. Is there a shower room?
No, there is not. It's basically, the only way I can explain it is it's a storage. You'll find out in a minute.
I would say it's probably
You
a
s-
bathroom in here.
Just shove them in this bathroom. All
Sure.
the bodies.
You could shove them into a locker if you want.
was gonna
No,
say-
Jeff actually had a legit idea. Like I said, we want we're coming back here to get stuff, and we don't want to be walking over bodies. And
Just shove them into the corner. I just start piling them into the corner.
yeah,
Done.
Petrov might
Right.
want to use that bathroom for himself.
Yeah,
A
Petrov
man
may want
has
to take a
Depends on
pee.
what we find on that laptop.
A man has needs, my friend.
The laptop battery goes bloop, dead.
Oh well.
All right, let's. It looks like there's something further down the hall. We know there's stuff worth taking as far as electronics and other water that's here. Let's make
Let us
mental note of that. In fact, actually, I pull out
continue
a little
onward.
clipboard and write down supplies in.
We get a page out here ready for us because we're going to need it. All right, so you head down the hallway, yes, and that's what I'm hearing.
Yes, we head
Yes.
down the hallway carefully, stealthily, with gusto.
With our clogs on.
Yes,
Our wooden clogs
that
stealthily.
we stealthily use.
I'm looking for. There we go. All right, so you head down the hallway, and as you get closer, you see what looks like a metal detector area, like a checkpoint, as if you were going into, say, an important area. They always frisk you. They'll make you walk through a metal detector. Obviously, the people would go back to the locker room area, secure anything that's not allowed past this point. Get why there's a locker room now. It's dark, so I want you guys to give me some looking notice checks because I want you to look
Notice
around the room
checks.
because I know you're looking around the room other than looking at the metal detector.
Explosion!
Go on.
I'll roll my whopping d4.
And a d6, that's what I do too.
Oh, nice! I exploded. 6 total.
I got 11 total with one explosion.
Jeff?
I got a 4.
All right. Jeff doesn't notice shit, but
Hey, there's a metal detector. I noticed that.
you
Ooh,
noticed
I
that. You noticed. You know what, Jeff? You noticed that the red light on the metal detector is on.
Oh.
The rest of you noticed that as well, but more importantly, you both, Steven and Corey, notice 2 M16s leaning against the side of the wall past the metal
Fine.
detector.
Fine.
He just runs
I-
straight for it.
No. I don't run through it, but it's like
I gently
I call
nudged-
gun.
He
Yeah,
literally like leaps towards the gun.
So the way this is
Fine.
set up is you can only go through the metal detector to get to the other side. Imagine a big barrier with some glass where some people would stand. You'd go through. They would do like the wand thing if you were in their real life. You put your device, you put your stuff through the belt where they would use it through the X-ray machine, kind of like an airport, low security
Kinda like-
airport.
Okay, so but at a low security export, you can typically walk around the metal detector. There's little gaps between it and the
There's no
wall.
gaps here.
I turn off the metal
Okay.
detector.
I smashed the metal detector.
Just hit the switch. There's a switch.
That's actually not a bad idea. We really don't want metal detector going off.
All right, so Jeff, you go up, you look around, you see a switch, turn it right off.
Done.
Was it
So-
that hard, Petrov?
I prefer to smash, but that works too.
Jeez.
I'm sorry, Vincent. What was the gun we
What
found
kind of
again?
spy are
The-
you?
the-
I mean, Russian. I mean,
There are-
M16.
There are 2 M16 rifles leaned up against the wall.
I take one.
Okay.
How much ammo?
none.
It has
You.
one full magazine, which is 30. Well, it says 20/30. That is.
I get
Is
Oh,
that each? Like each one has a full magazine? Or
yeah,
no?
each one has a full magazine. Oh, I see what it is. Okay, it's 20 shots each.
Mike,
Hmm.
with your arm being as it is, I hand you the gun. Can you hold this?
Yeah. I kind of.
Let me know if it's hurting.
know,
Don't
it's-
don't
it's-
bullshit because it's important for you to be able to fire this if you're going to use it.
What is?
Nah,
Yeah, you should have that.
Oh,
Okay,
he's
so-
going to fire gun.
He gave me a.
He,
He gave me an
he's not
ibuprofen.
getting into
I should
melee
be good.
combat with his arm like that. He
Oh,
needs to stay
good
at
idea.
range.
Here is magazine I took out of other gun. I'm sorry.
Of course.
All right. So, Jeff, you can add that on your character sheet because the doctor's not going to
How much
let you
damage
get in
does it do?
melee combat while you're injured like you are.
It
What's-
does 2d8 per bullet. So basically, when you shoot it, you have a choice of doing a shot or a burst.
What gun is it now?
Oh, I get it. It's like my bar. It has. I can choose up to like 3 shots per rate of fire, 1 or through 3.
Yep.
What gun is it again?
M16.
Okay. It does how much damage?
2d8. It will add a +1 to shooting and damage rolls when you're doing the burst shot.
Gotcha.
If we get a sniper rifle, though, I call dibs, you motherfuckers.
I'm a better shot than you are, motherfucker.
Not by much.
But he already
enough.
called dibs, so it doesn't matter
What
what
is
you
your
say anyway,
gun skill,
Petrov.
actually, if I may ask, Corey?
My shooting is a D8. I'm a good shot.
You are a much better shot than me.
No, I'm a good shot.
Well,
I'm
damn.
good at repairs, guys.
I healed
Like
your
you.
almost ripped off arm to the point where it's functional again. I am good at heals.
Past the metal
Where are you-
detector, you see one door, a normal door at that.
I will carefully open normal door.
The normal door leads into a long hallway that is lit up.
It's not a long, dark hallway.
No.
I check the sides. Does it look like there's laser tracks?
Laser
I've
traps.
seen this movie.
No, there's no laser traps. It looks like a nice carpeted room hallway with lights heading straight down to another door.
Yeah, we don't have a Mia Jovovich with us, so
It is okay. We send Mike in first. If it kill him, we run away.
you're supposed to whisper these things. I think he heard us.
Ah, he don't
Mike
care.
puzzlingly
He
looks
know
at-
I'm joking. I joke with Big Bear. No big deal. Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha ha!
You
Go first.
After you.
Why don't you go ahead and go first, Petrov? Mister,
I do.
I
Dr.
have
Noble starts
2
walking
extra
forward.
armor.
I already go. I go. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. So Pietro and the doc just start walking. It was like, oh no, after you.
Okay,
I
so
was just
you
joking.
walk down the hallway, suspicious like, because that's
holding
what you do.
hands.
All right, holding hands,
Gun ready.
Gun ready, holding hands.
exploding all over the place.
We've interlocked our elbows. That way we can hold the guns and walk, you know?
Yes,
No, for being stealthy, I wish he would stop exploding all the time.
the door is a normal door. You can open it up if you'd like. There's no lock on it up here. Just a handle. You can.
So, forgive me, Vincent. In this hallway, was there any artistry, anything that makes it stand out, or is it just a plain office space, boring?
No.
white-walled?
It is pretty much just a plain hallway, but there are various Texas pictures of history there.
Mike looks at the corners of the hallway. Are
There's-
there cameras?
Yes.
Hey guys, you're on TV.
Which means there's a security room here, which means there may be some stored footage. And the fact that are the lights off or on in here? I'm sorry. I
On.
think you said it.
On.
Okay. So there's power, which means there may be some security feed so we can figure out what happened here. We need to find the security room.
Unless there's somebody in the security room
Yes.
watching us.
Either way, we
And
need to open door.
Just to be safe, let's also keep an eye out on any of the crooks and crannies because remember the spiders the last time we went into a security room?
Are you gonna
Don't forget
point?
the
Are you gonna
securities.
point out to people that you found the security cameras, Jeff? Because only you saw that.
Oh, I thought he was
said
telling us
I
that.
said that out
Yeah,
loud.
he-
Oh,
he-
you
he-
did.
Yeah,
Okay.
he
You
said
guys are on
guys are
TV.
on camera.
Oh, I see. My mistake. Sorry.
Yeah, and like I said, we need to find the security room, but also keep an eye out for any spiders.
You do see various pictures of Sam Houston on the wall as well.
You know the man was shot in his testicles?
I was not
That's-
aware of that, but okay.
No, that's new information. But
You
I'm
should
going
have.
to slowly open the door.
You should have started with fun fact.
I said, did you know?
Yeah. All right, you slowly open the door, and the lights are on in this room. The carpet is nice again, and it leads into what looks like a press room with various chairs sitting there, and you see a podium with the governor's seal on it.
I
There is a
believe we
door
have
at the-
entered-
There's a door at the back of the room. On the right-hand side, before Petrov says what he's going to say, you see a staircase leading up.
I believe we have entered the government fallout shelter.
There is a door at the back of the room as well.
So
Anything in the room besides like a podium and chairs?
No, it's a basic press conference room with chairs and
press
the stage and
Okay.
microphone.
So we entered the Texas government fallout shelter for the town in the town of Zapata.
Yes, we did.
yeah,
If there's one
there's
place I didn't think there would be the Texas fallout shelter is the
But
town
that
of
is
Zapata.
there,
that is beauty.
there is probably various facilities like this around the state.
Beauty of facility is no one knows where it is at. I mean,
Remember,
Zapata?
you are near the wall, so this could be an important area, a strategic place for them to go. So
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
it doesn't.
Anyway,
Yeah, it doesn't really.
upstairs, over door. Pick direction.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was his inner thigh.
Still don't really care that much, Steven, but thank you.
No,
I'm
this
glad
is just
this-
Dr. David Nobles just talking randomly.
So he's like Sam Houston. You know, he got shot in his upper thigh, and Petrov's like, I don't care.
It's like, that is very interesting. Pick direction, please.
So we got a door upstairs and a door where else?
No, you have a door behind the stage. You have a door. You don't have a door on your right. There's a staircase, and you have a hallway on your left.
Hallway down the left.
Down the hallway we go.
All right, you head down the hallway, and it leads to a dead end.
You no longer get to pick direction,
Hold on.
doctor.
There's a reason. There has to be a reason why this hallway is here. For an
Time to
emergency.
notice things, huh?
Yes. Dr. Noble start noticing.
5 notice.
I got explosive.
I got double ones.
Awesome.
Hold on.
Dr.
I
Noble just keeps
got-
talking as he walks into the wall.
Hey,
I'm
guys,
literally looking at the art pieces because I haven't seen any in a minute. I've been stuck in a post.
He tells us more fun facts about Sam Houston's death. I got an 11.
At 11. Okay. All right, Steven, you smack right into the wall because you're just not paying attention, and you kind of bust your nose.
Oh, God.
Because you're like, oh, look at that cool picture. You turn around, boom, there's a wall. So
that's enough trivia from me for now.
yeah, Jeff.
Sorry, guys. I'm just running high on the adrenaline from a few
Yeah.
minutes
Thinking
ago.
about Sam Houston's upper thigh. I know.
You do not find anything right away. After looking around a little bit, you notice there's a camera in the top right corner of the room right above, and it makes you wonder, why is there a camera in this dead end hallway? That's all you get.
I point out the camera to the other two. I say,
Oh, good.
this is
Camera in dead end hallway. Thank you for finding that.
yeah, but there's a reason why this camera's here. It's a dead end hallway.
Fine, I go over to the wall and I tap on it. Does it sound like it's hollow?
No.
What
Look
more
at the
can I
floor.
do?
Look at the ceiling.
You're not finding anything.
We will come back to your crazy dead end now. For now, let us go back.
All right, you have the conference room door you can go through, or say the press room door to go through, or the steps.
Dr. Noble, which way should we go?
Let's go past the press room, but large open areas. Let's make sure that there's nothing in the room with us. So everybody keep a 360 view of eyes. So 2 up front, 1 in the back, kind of keeping an eye around.
All right, there is nothing in this room completely at all.
It's probably a green room. Place where people would
Yes, the
practice
green room where you
yeah.
sit before you go out on the podium.
So you head into that room then?
Open the door and look.
All right, so you open
20
that.
zombies. You should have done it sneakily. Stealthily.
Carefully,
The one
carefully,
time
I
he doesn't say
carefully do
sneakily,
it.
the one time.
You see it's another hallway, and there's a door at the end.
This facility spends a lot of money
And it says
on doors.
It says restricted area on it.
Ooh, that's where we want to go.
High level
Actually-
personnel only.
Living in Texas, I'm more surprised that there's this much underground.
Mm,
This is all bedrock around here.
yeah. All right. Is the door unlocked?
You go to that next door.
You know what? I'm gonna notice. Do I notice anything out of the ordinary before I go to that door?
Cameras.
Yeah, without
Cameras.
even rolling, you find a camera looking down at you.
He's so smart.
Wait, it's looking down at him, so it's now following him.
Yes, he's going like that. The camera. No, it's a fixed camera.
Oh, okay.
I got 2 explosions on my notice roll.
Stop exploding. We're trying to be stealthful here.
That would be 11. Did I notice anything special? Super secret.
You noticed? Yes, actually, you did notice something. The handle is very shiny on the door, as if someone recently polished it.
Ooh.
This door has been well maintained. Observe handle.
Like the other doors, kind of are faded or not
yeah,
taken
and old
care of.
dusty stuff like
This
that.
door is pristine.
Perhaps someone is on the other side of door.
You can knock.
You knock.
Fine, whatever. I go and knock.
So you give a couple raps on the door. No response.
Not even moaning from the inside, huh? So that's a good sign. So far, no zombies.
All right. Well, I guess I will open door, but just to be safe, I will take a rag and put it between my hand and door and then open.
He wants to make sure the handle stays clean.
Aw, how courteous.
Want to
so
make sure it's not
nice.
electrified because it is a very clean handle. So, gonna carefully do that.
You put the rag on the handle, and then you slowly turn the knob, and you open the door. And good thing you did that, Corey, because you nailed it right there. You see some wires on the door.
Trap.
I guess the KGB teaches you well.
What did you? I mean, I'm not KGB, of course not. Excuse me.
No, I'm just being racist towards Russians, my friend.
They know us. He pulls up and goes, they know we're here.
He just turns around, shoots the doctor in the head. It's like, what was that?
Mike,
I said nothing.
Mike, you saw nothing. All right, so you
Don't know
go.
what you're talking.
You disconnect the wires, and you see it's attached to a small battery next to the door, which would have been enough to
Yeah.
electrocute you, but not kill you, which is
Power
What's the
source.
Home Alone.
We can power up laptops again and get pornography.
You really want to use that bathroom, don't you?
No, I don't. No.
Petrov,
What's in the
you're
room?
not an
What's
unhandsome
in
man.
the
You know there's
room?
2 sisters back in the gas station. You can always try and use your charms.
We will see. What's in the room?
all right. So this room, when you walk in, you see 2 TV cameras, and you see the governor's desk, and kind of a replica of the entire governor's desk when he would give an announcement of an emergency, kind of like a presidential address, but it's
Yeah.
governor based. And then there's a hallway going towards the end of the room, and then swings to the left. There are nobody in this room. This is just basically an empty room, powered down. The lights are on in the room, though.
They really do like hallways in this facility, do they not?
Yeah.
Do
Are
they
there
not know you could put
rooms
2
in any of
rooms?
these hallways, like offices or anything?
Yes. Do they not know that you can put 2 rooms together? You don't have to have a hallway between them.
This is Texas. We do everything bigger.
That's correct. when you get halfway through the room, you know what? Give me a notice check, everybody.
Explosion!
Explosion.
I got a 3.
7.
9.
Okay, so Corey, you and Steven hear what sounds like a shotgun being cocked. Nothing. Just
Wow.
Jeff's smile.
Yeah.
And
Please
you,
go on.
and then you hear that noise, and then you hear "Don't move," and it's a woman's voice.
Technically, it's called chamber.
So the notice was really pointless if she's going to go ahead and shout out, "Don't move!" Anyway.
I wanted you to hear
we
the
know
noise.
she's armed now.
Yeah, you may have not heard the shotgun. Who knows?
Friendly. friendly.
We come in peace. We're only
And I'm
looking
a
for
doctor,
supplies.
so definitely don't shoot me.
He's a doctor. He's important.
Doctor?
Very.
Oh. So you see, probably a girl come out mid-20s ish. She's got blonde hair, blue eyes. She's wearing jeans, boots, shirt. She's got her hair tied back. She's got a baseball cap on. And she says, "What are you doing down here? This is a restricted facility."
We were just hunting for supplies.
Yeah.
We
You
saw-
said you're a
come here.
doctor?
He's
Yes,
doctor.
ma'am.
I have a sister who's sick.
No, she says to you, "Well, I need you right away. My father has been bitten."
Oof, that is not.
All
good.
right. Take me to him.
That's not fun.
She waves you to her, and you go follow down the hallway to an office, and I think you would know. It's the governor of Texas, Tom King. I would think you would know who the governor. I mean, we know who our governor is. If we saw him, we'd be like, "Whoa, okay, that's the governor." Like that, regardless of
think
political affiliation, you would say,
I think
"Well,
you're
it's right."
overestimating how much I would pay attention or care.
You wouldn't care at all.
I don't know who our governor is.
You don't know who our
I don't give
governor
the
is?
I don't give the slightest about our governor, man. I don't know.
We
You
don't
tried to
talk
assassinate him
politics.
one time.
Just
I
say that
mean-
you would recognize, especially since you're KGB.
Okay,
You
so
would
Not
ca-
KGB.
Either way,
in game, Corey, your character does not know. You'd be like, "I don't know who that is."
Yeah.
Jeff would know, and Steven would know. Anybody that pretty much watches TV or reads any news in your state pretty much will know your governor somewhat. I'll say
Oh,
All right.
that's
I'll
what-
say about 70-30% chance. How's that? You're the 30% chance because you don't give a shit.
all right,
Pretty
Petrov, Mike, keep an eye out in case anything else. I'm going to go into Dr. mode as I'm talking to you two, and I go examine the patient at this point. Where is he bitten?
He has bitten on his neck and he has one on his chest.
Okay, I'm more in since I know a bite alone does not cause zombie infection, but it's more you're going to turn if you die. My primary concern is focusing on the severity of the wound itself, meaning how bad is he bleeding? What is the damage? Did any arteries get bit when you said he was bitten in the neck? The chest, I'm going to assume that's more superficial, probably just tore muscle and stuff.
Well, you
The
know
neck
what?
wound.
Give me your healing. We're gonna use notice, but we're gonna give you a bonus since you're a doctor. What is your notice skill?
It's only a D4.
We're gonna give you a D8 for this because it's medical.
Okay. Oh, snap. 5 and an 8, so re-rolling that.
Okay.
That's a double 8.
All right. Wow.
And then a 4, so 20 total.
Okay. So you're looking him over, you look at the neck, and you're like, all right, well, this did not hit a major artery. We figure we just, with a couple stitches, we'll patch that up. He'll be fine. Looking at the chest, you get very concerned because what you thought, as what she said was a bite, you see a small little puncture hole in his chest.
Is the governor conscious, or is he kind of in and out?
He's in and out. He's sweating profusely. Yeah, he's in and out. He's got a very high fever. He says
All right.
when he does come to as you're checking him, he says his chest really hurts. He says he feels like there's a lot of pressure. He's having problem breathing in his lungs.
Okay. I'm going to, as I start investigating that, and I'm going to roll my healing,
Mhm.
I'm going to ask the daughter, what's your name, miss?
Dakota.
Dakota. Were you in any fight with anything, any gunshot battle, or anything that could have stabbed your father?
No, these came from those things.
Define those things, please.
Oh, great.
They had the black goo coming out of their mouth, and their eyes
Basically, the
their
zombies.
eyes were red. Yeah. One of them was really weird looking. He had like these weird claws on his hands, and he stabbed him.
Okay, stab wound, so it's not one of those creepy insects, so he may not be infected for that.
I
Okay,
don't
I'm
know,
gonna
but
lay him
when he stabbed him, he kept his finger in.
Oh.
I don't describe that without Jeff getting all over me here.
Yo, what?
Yeah, he kept it in.
All right, I'm going to roll healing, and God willing, I actually don't fudge this up.
Double once, double once, double once.
All right. 6 and a 2.
Okay.
We don't want our Governor John Candy to die.
I mean, I have a D8. Unless I exploded, a 6 isn't terrible.
No, that's
True.
actually a 4 is what you're shooting for. So, all right. So you look it over. You figure that you can patch him up. As far as the fever is concerned, that's just something that has to break eventually after you patch him up. But you're very concerned about the puncture wound. Without proper medical equipment, you can't really determine what happened other than it looks like a puncture. You know,
So
let's give me another heal roll, and then I'll describe some more for you if you get a certain number for me.
So it looks like he was stung by a stinger from a zombie. Great.
They say
Just what we
the clown.
Goodbye,
5
Mike.
and 5 on the wild die and a 6 on the D8.
All right, so looking at it closer, you remember the area that's around the puncture wound. You remember seeing it on that one body with the spider. But this looks like a lesser stage of what that person had.
I'm probably going to try and do an impromptu surgery here. So I'm going to ask for, I'm going to ask Dakota, is there any medical equipment here? Anything?
No, we don't really have any medical. I mean, we had a basic first aid station, and the
Was
military
that the locker room?
Well, no, she says it's over this way if you follow me, but the National Guard was supposed to set up something, but they never had enough time to do so.
I have to stay here. Mike, Pietro, go with Dakota and see if you can get anything medical related. Bring it to me
Did you
ASAP.
call me Pietro?
Pietro. What is your name? Peter?
His name is
Petrov.
Vlad.
Well, it is
Petrov?
His
Peter.
name is Petrov. Petrov.
Count Dracula.
Peter, go.
Stupid.
This wasn't a
American.
time to debate names.
I think now is perfect time, but besides the point. We
All
will
right, so
go.
she
Go with
leads.
Dakota, get the medical equipment.
Okay, so the two of you follow her.
Yes,
Yep.
we follow her.
Okay, so she brings you back into the room where the cameras were, and she goes behind the cameras into the wall. Starts, doing one of these, and you see a panel opens up, and she goes into this room that has pretty much a medical bed, some medical, like a triage type thing set up. It'd probably be better to move him over here.
I was going to say, why did we come here? Why not bring men to medical?
She's
bed?
like, "Oh, I didn't know that they set this up. They told me that this was not set up. So I
All
guess
right,
yeah, we have
let us
one."
go get. Let us go get sick men. So go back.
Does they have,
Tell the doctor.
Wait. Do they have a gurney or a stretcher?
I mean, you could probably use the bed that's there as one. Yeah.
Okay.
Does it have wheels?
Just pick him
Yes.
up on the bed and take him over to.
All right. Yeah, take the bed. Pick him up onto the bed. I'll roll him back into the hidden medical room, which is very odd.
All right.
Was
And
that the room
I'm
at the
going
end of the
to-
dead end hallway?
No, different
few
direction.
things that I'm going to try to do, Vincent, is one, since I know he's got probably a larva in him or some form of spider egg, I'm going to try to remove that. And then I'm going to try and make sure he doesn't bleed out. So I'm going to ask, is there anything that we can do? Fudge. What are you? I'm going to start asking blood types between Mike, Dakota. I'm going to assume Dakota might have the same blood type. So I'm going to ask her first.
There's a chance since she's related.
That's what I'm hoping, honestly.
Yes, she does. She's the universal type.
All right.
Oh, problem solved.
Good. So we're going to need probably a blood transfusion here because he's probably going to be bleeding quite a bit.
Okay, she says, "Tell me what I need to do."
That's as far as Steven's medical knowledge goes. So I'm going to go off the dice at this point
That's
for
fine.
the surgery.
That's fine.
But I know he's probably going to be bleeding out and they'll need a blood
Just
transfusion.
tell me what you're going to do, because this has the basic stuff that a doctor's office would have. Maybe for a minor surgery, it has stuff in here. You probably have some stuff for transfusions, because they kind of have those
Okay,
things.
would need that. Probably and again, I'm probably going to open his chest up to remove this larva. So,
Well, there.
yeah, this.
Let me roll percentage on that. I don't know. I'll let you roll it. Take your percentile. Above 50%, you have medications and everything to knock him out, so you can, whatever you need for the surgery.
80%.
Okay. Then you have, in the small cabinet, you find some stuff to prep him, whatever you need for the surgery, the tools that you need.
I'm on it. And I'm going to use my 2 nurses here.
Nurse Peter and Nurse Mike.
Yeah, I'm just flat out giving orders as I'm like in full doctor surgery mode, even though I may not even be this type of doctor. I'm going off of school training. Remember, I was a family practitioner. I mostly froze warts off y'all's dicks. I was talking about you, Mike.
Fuck. Mike was a very clean person. He only made love to his wife, who he met in
Who
college.
did she make love to?
I was going to say she's the one who had all
Everybody.
the diseases, passed it around. Okay.
We don't talk about Jenna like that.
Either way, I was a family health practitioner, so surgery is going off of.
Her nickname was Cycle.
Okay. Anyway,
Everybody got a ride.
I was going to start rolling my healing. Okay. 2 and then a 7.
All right, so we'll say you successfully put him under. You wound up doing the stitches for the other wound, and you opened him up. So we're at that point right now. You do see what looks like 2 large larva eggs that have grown and are pressing against his lungs.
Oh, this one wasn't as good. I got a 2 and a 3.
So you hit something, and the thing starts going like he's going into an arrest.
Can I use
Cardiac
my
arrest.
Benny to redo that?
You can.
Oh, waste of a
I mean,
penny.
It's not a waste of a
Rewind.
Benny. I'm a doctor. I'm trying to save my patient.
Yeah, but you haven't killed him yet. This
doesn't-
isn't a life or death matter.
Actually, it
fine.
is a
I mean,
life
if
or
you-
death.
It
It actually is a life or death matter.
But you haven't killed him yet, though. It's his thing started
Okay,
going
that's
higher.
better.
It's his character. Shut
That's
up.
a 3 and a 6.
Okay. Are you just gonna try to remove them?
That's kind of my go-to. I mean, how are they attached? Are they like clawed in there? Are they like facehugger embryo where it's just an egg?
It's just eggs. They're kind of
Then
just
that's
attached
easy
to the
enough to
outside of the
remove.
lung. You look and you could possibly just kind of, scissor them off.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove the eggs.
All right, give me one
Nurse,
more roll.
as I look at
Oh.
Mike, destroy these.
One more roll.
Wow, that's weird. 3 and a 6 again.
Okay. So you successfully pull both of the eggs off of him. You give it to Mike, who smashes them. I'm assuming, Mike, or
Those are microwave.
There's no
Turns them-
microwave in the medical facility. Drop him on the ground. I knock him out of his hand. and
Whatever. He
just stomp on him.
smashes them with. He stomps on them with his boot.
Yes.
and they actually make a squealing noise when you do that.
Okay.
Oof. That is unpleasant.
All right, Steven, you need to give me a roll to clean them up, or
All right.
sew them up.
Yeah, I figured I'd
'cause
just throw him in the microwave.
afterwards, I'm more concerned
5.
about the state of his health.
Mike's over here trying to make an egg sandwich.
A 2 and a 6.
Okay. Does that a 6 on the wild die? Or?
On the 6 on the D8.
Oh,
I rolled
gotcha.
3 6s in a row on my D8.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
You-
that's why I gave you the weird look there. I'm like, that's good.
You successfully patch him up. He looks good. His blood pressure is a little low, but it's fine.
Manageable.
Yeah, it's something you're concerned over, but you figure if you monitor it for a while, he should be fine.
All right. How's Dakota doing? She should
Well-
just be a little pale, but not
Yeah,
worse for wear.
she is. She's out. She's
A little bit of
out.
apple juice, a little bit of graham cracker. Should be
She basically, after so much blood loss, she, seeing it and everything, she kind of just passed out. Nothing to be alarmed at. She's,
Uh,
Are
she
either
basically
of you
on the
universal
chi-
blood donors?
What?
I'm asking my two nurses again. Are either of you the universal blood donor?
no.
What is your
Mike
blood
has
type?
O negative, but if they're positive, then no, Mike's blood couldn't work.
Pietro.
Where is blood type?
There is no blood type. You have to
Oh,
determine.
you
well then
can
I'm
make it up.
AB negative. I'm the universal recipient.
You would be selfish.
Yes, I would.
You and
All right,
Shep.
my character is O positive. Would that work for this guy?
O's the
I would have
universal
asked
donor.
Dakota what his blood type is while
She doesn't know, but actually, she's passed
You
out.
can
so-
do the test on it. They probably have the equipment here to do the quick test to determine what it is.
Yeah, that would take a couple hours.
Yeah.
No, the test takes roughly 5 minutes.
Oh,
determine
okay.
yeah,
your
they do
blood
it when
type.
you first go to the
It's quick.
what is what is
Tell
the
me
blood
about more about this
donation?
quick.
I didn't say
Plasma donation, you mean?
Carter.
Blood drive, or when you go anywhere.
Yeah,
like
whenever you go to those blood drives, they actually tell you what your type is when
Yeah,
you get
it's
the
real
first
quick.
time.
It's something they actually used to have you do in school.
All right, so you do a quick test, Steven, and you wait the 5 minutes staring at it the whole time. Roll for me. Hold on, I'm going to pull up a chart here to do this so we can do it.
To anybody who
I'm a
listens,
laugh.
sorry for all the medical stuff.
I'm gonna laugh if it's Petrov's blood type.
That would be amazing.
Roll D4 for me, Steven, and tell me what number you
As I
get.
chose AB negative, you could give him blood too there, Mike.
A 2. A positive.
You can give him blood
Mike.
there, Stephen.
Mike could not do it.
I can because of my O
Yes.
positive.
O is the universal donor, and the positives match, so you can give it to him.
All right. You two find any foodstuffs you can. Dakota's going to need a snack or something.
I thought we
I'm
brought
going
the food stuff
to-
with us.
I don't know if you need me to roll healing because this is pretty basic, but I'm going to start donating blood to him. I'm going to do the thing where it goes through the filter and goes into the guy.
Okay.
You would kind of know when to stop.
I mean,
I
yeah,
do.
it's pretty basic since you're a doctor.
I'm not going to let myself get woozy and pass out. I'm just making sure he's not at risk.
Here, doctor, have cookie to help.
Where'd you find the cookie?
It was in cabinet over here in
Oh,
facility,
okay.
right?
It
next to
just, it says
lollipops.
cookies on it with a little jar and everything, right?
Ooh,
It's
I found
actually
a
the
warm
Oreo
bagel.
packets. Exactly perfect.
Here you go.
Yep, minus every Benny you have, Jeff, and you die. God damn it. Fucking
That
Jeff.
seems like a perfect place for a warm bagel to be.
Yes, there's a warm bagel in the closet.
God, we are not bringing warm bagels into this game.
That's all the time we have this week, folks. I'm Vince, not sitting with.
Steven playing Dr. David Nobles.
Jeff playing Mike, the mechanic Van Car.
Corey playing Petrov Koronsky.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.